Rising production costs in Hollywood, the impact of tariffs on film and TV. Hollywood is on edge as the unpredictable world of tariffs, promised by President Trump, threatens to send production costs soaring. From lumber to fabric, the materials essential for creating the magic on screen are at risk of becoming significantly more expensive. For many in the film and television industry, the anxiety is palpable. The current and potential tariffs, coupled with the uncertainty surrounding global trade, could further weaken an already fragile domestic production landscape. While many creatives haven't yet felt the pinch of these changes, the looming threat is hard to ignore. After Trump announced a baseline tariff on all imported goods, which included hefty penalties for several countries, the situation has shifted rapidly. As of now, we're looking at a 10% baseline tariff, a 25% tariff on certain goods from Canada and Mexico, and a staggering 145% on Chinese imports. Some industry professionals are taking proactive measures. Karen Higgins, a construction coordinator with experience on projects like WandaVision and Twin Peaks: The Return, is among those stockpiling materials. You can only store so much lumber, she quips, highlighting the limitations of such a strategy. Mike Orth, a senior project manager at 41 Sets in North Hollywood, is sounding the alarm for his clients. He warns that if projects don't get underway soon, they might face increased costs due to rising material prices. Paint suppliers are already indicating that tariffs will lead to a 30% hike in paint materials, he explains, underscoring the ripple effect of these tariffs across the industry. While every production department will feel the impact, the art department is particularly vulnerable due to its heavy reliance on raw materials. Sets are often constructed using lumber sourced from Canada and Southeast Asia, plywood from Southeast Asia, and steel from China. Toby Bays, a business agent for the Property Craftspersons Union IATSE Local 44, foresees a significant increase in costs for large builds if tariffs escalate. This could lead to some tough artistic choices, such as opting for simpler designs, more on-location shoots, or increased reliance on visual effects. The wardrobe department is not immune either. Productions frequently source fabrics globally and sometimes import rental costumes from renowned European houses. Diana Foster, president of United American Costume Company in North Hollywood, shares her concerns. She sources shoes from Mexico and Guatemala, leather and furs from Canada, and fabrics from the UK. Any increase in costs will inevitably be passed on to producers. Independent companies in the motion picture industry, already struggling to recover from COVID and union strikes, simply can't absorb any more overhead, she states emphatically. In an industry already facing contraction, many creatives worry that rising production costs could accelerate the trend of moving projects overseas for cheaper alternatives. Assistant costume designer Sheelan Byron, who has worked on films like Ford v Ferrari and Bombshell, expresses her concerns. People are genuinely worried about how to maintain the few state-based jobs we have left if we can't source materials affordably and quickly. Director and former studio executive George Huang, who teaches at UCLA's School of Theater, Film and Television, reflects on the myriad challenges facing the industry. The industry has been hit hard by a confluence of events: COVID, strikes, wildfires, declining box office numbers, and shifting viewing habits. I worry that with everything else, this could be the final straw that pushes us over the edge. This raises a critical question: could Trump's tariffs, intended to bring manufacturing back to the US and encourage domestic investment, ironically push American film and television production even further overseas? With Trump recently adding tariff exemptions for electronics like iPhones and computers, the landscape remains unpredictable. As Huang points out, this uncertainty comes at a time when studios are more risk-averse than ever. The economic uncertainty is definitely causing a slowdown or a pause in many projects, he notes. Studios were already skittish, now they're even more cautious. This story first appeared in the April 16 issue of The Hollywood Reporter magazine. To receive the magazine, click here to subscribe.